Good afternoon, everyone. How are you? Tudo bem com vocês? Oops, I forgot. It's in English. It's not tudo bem com vocês. How are you guys? Are you okay? Today's live is about reading. It's about books. Hi, Elena. How are you? Good to have you here, darling. Thank you. So today we're going to talk about one of my favorite subjects, that is reading. Books. I love it, and if you're watching me now, you probably do too. So, Elena, is it okay? Are you hearing me well? Is everything okay? I hope so. Yes, if you have any trouble listening to me, please send a message there. Okay, so welcome to this live. Okay, I'm here to talk to you, as I said, about books and reading. So the first thing I want to tell you is about the benefits of reading. We all know that reading is good. It's good for you. It's good for your health. But in which terms, right? We listen to it. We hear that it's good. But how can it be good? So I went down on a research to check some of the benefits indeed. And this is what I found. So reading improves brain connectivity. So it means that when you read, you activate some parts of your brain and you make synapses that are going to make your brain stronger. Because the brain is a muscle, right? And we have to exercise. We exercise our body. We exercise for so many things, so many parts of our body. And sometimes we forget that the brain is something that we must exercise as well. So this is one of the benefits of reading. It helps you to make your brain stronger. Another thing, which is very, obvious, is that it increases your vocabulary and comprehension in any language, right? If you are a Portuguese native speaker, like we here in Brazil, we speak Portuguese. If we read either in Portuguese or English or any language, anybody will improve one's vocabulary, right? Anytime I read, and I read both English and Portuguese, I always learn something new. It's incredible. New words, because sometimes we learn new vocabulary, but also to remember some words that we don't use currently and make our vocabulary, our way of speaking much better. It also helps to check the exactly use of the words. So for example, it gets your grammar better because you know where to put the word you're learning at that point. You learn better how to put the verbs, how to put pronouns, nouns, prepositions. So many parts of the grammar that we learn here and there, when we are reading, we see them all connected, and it improves our vocabulary in many ways. So it doesn't matter which language you're reading, it will help you to speak better, to communicate better. Another reading benefit is that, and I think this is beautiful, it empowers you to empathize with other people. This is so true. Because when you're reading, you're learning about other people's lives. And it's so important because you get out of your own bubble, right? Our way of living, because we think there is only our way of living. And when you read but authors from other countries, other cultures, you learn so much. It's so good to have other perspectives, other point of views. So reading helps you to empathize, to try to understand other people's feelings, sensations, cultural aspects, prejudices, right? So reading helps you to make your world much bigger. Ler ajuda a escrever. Does reading help to write better? Or it only gets better if we write in English? Oh, reading and writing are very connected, right? Because we need the other to make the activity happen. So reading is as important as writing. We have to practice. We should practice it. So if I read a lot, I will write better. And if I write a lot, if I write well, it's because I've been reading a lot. So I think the two skills work together and they walk together, right? Usually people who like to read, they like to write too. It's not that everybody's going to be an author, a book's author. It's not that, but writing for oneself, right? Either a journal or thoughts, feelings. So they both work together very, very well. So yes, reading helps writing a lot. Another thing here is that another reading benefit is that it aids in sleep readiness. It's so true. It's one of my favorite times of the day is when the night comes and I'm going to my bed, I'm going to sleep, and there is a ritual to sleep well for me, of course, and I know many people feel the same. So this act of having your pajamas on and laying down on your bed and grabbing your book before sleep, reading as much as you can. Maybe it's one paragraph because you are too tired to read a lot, or it's 1, 2, 3 chapters. It's so good to sleep. There are people who can't sleep fast once reading because they get too attached to the gist, to the story, and then instead of giving you some good readiness to sleep, it makes you too excited. But you must choose, or you should choose, a book that may get you into a better sleep. I can only read one book at a time. I know there are many people who read 2 books at the same time, or either 3 books at the same time. I'm not one of these people, so I read just one. That's all I can deal. And every night I go to bed and I reach out for my book. It's like reaching out to a friend. It's like, oh, now I'm going to one of the best parts of the day. Now I'm going to get in touch with my friend. There's a story I'm following. These people I've met, because I get acquainted to the people of the book. You know, I feel like we're friends. I'm not just reading, I'm living a little bit with every book I read. So this thing of helping you to sleep better, I totally agree. I totally believe. There are some questions and comments here. Hi, Ana Lu. Hi, baby. What's up there in Halifax? Is everything okay over there? Hope so. And Ana Lu says, I find it hard to read sometimes because I get bored very easily. Is there any tips on how to make reading more interesting? I think, Anna, that you need to choose the correct book for you, because my taste for books may be completely different of yours. So the good thing is trying different books, trying different ways of reading. There are many ways of reading. You can read a book, you can read a magazine, you can read newspaper, you can read somebody's journal. I mean, there are so many sources of reading. Mangas, comic books. Oh my God, there are so many that probably some of them will make you interested, you know? So it's not that the action is boring, maybe the subject itself, or the book, or the reading piece is boring. So in my opinion, I think you could look for a subject that you like, something that is interesting for you, and then try to read a little bit here and there and find the way you like to read. Many people read on the cell phone, right? On Kindle, for example. I love Kindle. I'm going to show you mine in a few minutes, right, Gabby? I wouldn't miss the chance, of course. And it's also reading. I mean, reading is not just reading a book. It's one way of reading, but there are many, many others, even in your cell phone. So try to pick a subject you like and insist. You will find many, many subjects that you like to read, I guess. And after you tell me, okay, try to find something. And if you change your mind about this boring stuff, please let me know. Hi Lydia, you like it too, right? Lydia loves reading too, I know. Hi Anna, my cousin, my dear cousin. Hi Sabine. Hi Marcia, Lou, another cousin. Oh, my family, they are so supporting. Gabi saying, I like to imagine the characters and the scenario as people and places I already know. Yes, it's true. Imagination, it goes and it boils, right, with the imagination. I always think about the characters as well. I give them a face, I give them a body, I give them a past that I of course, I put together while reading. And it's funny because sometimes the book turns into a film. And when I watch the film, either I get super disappointed, like, this is not the character. Who are you? Get out of here, okay? You are not the character I read about. Either I hate it or I love it, like the Harry Potter series, the films. Oh my God, Harry Potter couldn't be better. And Hermione Granger, Neville Longbottom, I mean, Luna Lovegood. Could it get any better? Yes, it could. In the films, it got even better. So I like to imagine as well. Oops, let me get here the other comments. Okay, hi everyone. Hi, Vilani. Yes, I love Kindle. I'm going to talk to you about this later. Another reading benefit is that it reduces stress. It even helps to fight depression. It's serious. Depression is a serious disease, and while we read something that really is interesting for us, it helps to lower the stress level. There are studies that say that if you read 30 minutes a day, it helps to reduce your heart rate, right, or blood pressure, and it helps you to get more relaxed. And it may be even compared to yoga and to humor, like when you have some fun with humor. So imagine how strong, how powerful reading is. So it can help you either in this way of relaxing you, or it may help you, it may help you also with self-help books, where you can read tips or have ideas on how to deal with depression, anxiety, and many other fights we fight every day. So another wonderful benefit. I find it very helpful. It also prevents cognitive decline as you age. There are many studies about it, although I haven't come across a study that testifies that it prevents Alzheimer in 100%. There are many studies that say that because of this work, this activation in your brain, the synapses and the work, the brain DM, it helps you, it makes you fight the disease I said, and like depression, anxiety, and also to help you to decline this, prevent or make it slower some cognitive declines that we may have. So it's still under study, of course. I think it's known, it's common sense that our brain and our head have so many layers, so many things are being discovered, have been studied. So one of them is this, about preventing this decline, this cognitive decline. And there are studies. I always like to base my talks on studies, although there are many things to be discovered, but it contributes for a longer life. Somewhere I read, let me see if I put it here. No, it's not here, but somewhere I read, and now I don't know where is the source, so I can't testify. But it says that people who read currently live longer, at least, I don't remember if it's 2 years longer. I don't know if there's a number for it. But anyways, for me, it seems it makes sense a lot. Hi Dee, thank you. Do you ever get disappointed with movies based on books you've read before? Oh yes, sometimes I do. I'm not the one who says, books are better than films. They usually are, yes, but I'm not going to fight for it. I mean, you may choose. Sometimes you watch a film that is based on a book and you haven't read the book and you love the film, and maybe you wouldn't ever read that book for any reason. So for example, Anne from Coral Gables, that there is this series on TV, Anne with an E. I don't think I will read the books, because there are 3 or 4 books about Anne of Coral Gables, but I loved the series. I just loved it, and I would never think of Annie as that character, that girl that played Annie, and still it was a wonderful choice for me. I learned a lot. I had so much fun. So yeah, sometimes we may get disappointed, but I try not to compare them. I try to have fun in different ways, right? There are books that I like to keep them as a book, as my secret, and there are some films based on books that I would never read. So thank you, Hollywood or any other film industry that has turned them into films, because then I can benefit from it too. I've heard that Harry Potter books are way better than the movies. So it's about opinion, you know. I loved them both. I loved both ways. The films, really loved it. Them, all of them. All of them. And I also loved the books, the whole collection. So I'm not from the team that didn't like the film. I loved both of them, really. So I want to continue. I told you about the benefits. Now I want to show you the vocabulary about it. So I'm going to pick up a book here. This is a great book, by the way. So I want to show you the parts of the book. Okay, can you see well? I hope so. So this is a book, of course, right? You have the cover. This is the cover. Okay. You have the title. In this case, is The Keeper of Lost Things. It's a wonderful book. So you have the title here. You have the author, in this case, Ruth Hogan, right? So cover, title, author. It says a novel. A novel, it means a book of a story, right? In Portuguese, we tend to mix the word novel with novela. Novela is very popular in Brazil. We love novelas. But novela is soap opera, right? Soap opera. So soap opera are our novelas on TV. And a novel is what we called a romance, let's say. We also have the pages, right? We have the pages. We have the spine of the book. It's wonderful, right? The spine, super clever. So the spine, I love to have my books all side by side, and I can check the title and the author on the spine. So this is the spine of the book. What else do I have? We have the publisher. In this case, the publisher is here, HarperCollins publisher, right? You have some material here about the author, a summary of the story, some information. This is the ISBN. I forgot the meaning of each and every letter, but it's like a single number for each book on earth. There is this identity, this proper number, okay? There is not two alike with different subjects. They are always the same book. And this is the back cover, right? So you have the front cover and the back cover. In my case, I'm going to show you a secret. I have a stamp here that I put because I love lending books to my friends. I love it. When I read a story and I think about someone, I say, would you like to read it? Or if someone asks me, would you borrow me? And I said, oh, of course. So I love lending books, but I love having them back, okay? So if you're watching and you have a book of mine, please return it. And I also get books borrowed from friends, and I always return them. So this is a paperback book. Paperback book is different from this hardback. So either you have the paperback or the hardback. So you can see this is a hardback. And it can be either fiction or non-fiction. And within each of these you have millions of genre and subjects, okay? So I ask you, what are you reading now? Are you reading anything at the moment? Would you please put on the comments here? Luciana asks, do you finish every book that start reading? No. Actually, most of them I finish, because when I choose it, I usually have either a hint about it, or I heard about the author, or somebody told me something about the book, or I received from a publisher, so I get some ideas about, but I have no commitment in reading everything. I don't feel like I have to read. Oh, once I started, I'll finish. No. Oof. I've stopped many books because I just didn't like it. And there are so many books, so many wonderful books. Why will I waste my precious, beautiful time reading something that I didn't connect with? So I stop. I quit. When I start a book and I don't feel the connection, I quit, and I don't feel bad about it. It's just, a book for me is like a perfume. Either you like it or not. There are no specific reasons. There are no, reasons. If you like it, keep going. If you don't, stop, quit. And it's okay. For me, it's okay. Hi, Jan. How are you? You love comic books and mangas, right? I know, honey. Comic books are awesome, perfect, beautiful ways to study English or any other language, either Portuguese, as I said. And there are also books that are not comic books itself. They are graphic novels. How cool is that? Graphic novels. So it's a book. It may be thick as this, and they have incredible stories. One beautiful example I can give you is Persepolis. It's written by Marianne Satrapi. She's a wonderful, powerful woman. And through Persepolis, it's a graphic novel. It looks like a manga or a comic book, but it's still classified as a book. And it's perfect. It teaches so much about Iran and the Muslims, and it's wonderful. So if you want a hint, Jan, I'll give you that. I have here. If you want, I can lend you, but give me back. And Clara, thanks. Many terms you didn't know. Very good. So Gabby's reading The Improbability of Love. Wonderful book. I love it. And Lydia is reading Marilyn and JFK. Wow, wonderful. I love it. Hi, Fiordeli. I don't know who is it, but hi there. It's Denise. Hi. How are you? Good to see you here. Welcome. What I'm currently reading is in my Kindle. I told you I would talk about Kindle. So Kindle is an option, is an electronic book, if you may say so. And I love it. I'm reading now a Brazilian author that I love so much. She's Letícia Wierchowski. I don't know how to pronounce your name properly, Letícia. And I am a huge fan. I'm sorry. This book, Navegue a Lágrima, I will not translate it because it would be nonsense. Why? I'm reading in Portuguese now. And I love reading in my Kindle. I think there are so many good things about Kindle that I'm really thinking about talking about it someday. But can you see it? You have the book here, the story here. In this case, I can change pages here, right? If I don't know a vocabulary, I can press on it, and it helps me to find the definition and everything. So, I'm a huge fan. So I'm currently reading this, and I want to give you, to finish our live, I want to give you 4 hints, 4 suggestions of books with 50 plus characters, important characters in these books, because sometimes we don't find special characters 50 plus. Can you believe it? Not in real life, in the marketing or on sales or in advertising, and also in books. So when I find them, and I like to tell about them, talk about them. So one of them is this, The Keeper of Lost Things. It's a wonderful story. I'm not going to talk about all the stories. There's a post on our feed on Instagram that talks about, gives suggestions of this book. So one of them is this. The other, I have it in Portuguese, the Brazilian version, A Segunda Vida de Missy, which in English is pretty much the same. I guess it's The Second Life of Missy. It's a wonderful book. I loved it. It's from in Brazil, in the Brazilian edition, it's from Intrínseca. I love it. And the story is amazing. I have also this. Oh, it's not this. I got wrong. Where is it? Just a moment, because I have it here. Here. Alice Walker, this fantastic author, Alice Walker. A Terceira Vida de Grange Copeland. The third, it's in English like this, The Third Life of Grange Copeland. It's an amazing book. And you see this different cover, let's say. We call it sleeve. It's a book sleeve when it comes with this protection, the book sleeve. Beautiful, right? I love this. This is from Tag. I love Tag Book Club. And I also read in Kindle the Joy Luck Club from Amy Dan. It's a beautiful story about 4 strong women and their daughters and family. I love it, and it was very good. So I have these hints to give you. Also, I really recommend you, in order to empathize, you remember the thing about empathy? I strongly recommend you read different nationality authors. It's so good to have other perspectives. Sometimes we are in the traditional line, we read either Brazilians or North American or English or this and that. You know, there are so many great books translated to Portuguese from many different places, countries, realities. So I really think we should try different places to read from too. What else? Clara, you love Kindle too, right? It's amazing. I love it. And then Gabi asks, what's your favorite book? I could never tell. You want me to point one book? Are you crazy? It's like asking, who is your favorite person on earth? Which is your favorite song, or which is your favorite book or film? I couldn't. But there are some precious books for me. I always tell about Ensaio sobre a Cegueira from José Saramago. That was a turning point book in my life. It was just awesome. I was 20 something when I read, and it was, I cannot even try to describe the feeling I had with such strong, powerful story. And it also became a film. And you ask me, did you like the film? Yes, I did. Did you love the film? Not as much as the book, but I really liked it. Dear Clara. And another book that I loved very much, two recently read books. One is A Trança. How is it in English? I don't know. A Trança. The braid? I don't know. I may be inventing, which sometimes I do. But I don't know the name of the book in English. But in Portuguese, it is A Trança. Wow! This is a story, it's beautiful, about 3 women. So each chapter talks about one of them, and the stories, they are so separated, different. One is in Canada, the other is in India, and the other is in Italy. And you think, well, where are these going? And then at certain point, it really becomes a braid, a trança, and the stories, they connect, and it's wonderful. It's something amazing. And another that I read recently was Tudo é Rio, da Carla Madeira. She's a Brazilian author, and I can't even start telling you how I felt about this book. It's pure poetry in the form of a novel, the stories, the feelings, the characters. So there are some recommendations that I could give you, right? So there's a question here. Yes? No, it's okay. Let me check here. How do I find time and motivation to read? I don't know how to do it. I don't think there is a formula for it. As I said before, maybe if you find the right subject for you, you know, like a perfume, you either will like the book or not. So feel free to choose, and don't worry about other people's opinion. Although it's very good to have a reference, maybe a friend you like that has some similar tastes like you. May recommend you a book. I love to recommend books, and I love when people recommend me books. So maybe this, and just try one reading or the other book. As I said, not only books, but there are many different sources of reading. Try it. 5 minutes a day, 10 minutes a day. When you're reading in a line for something, when you are about to sleep and you want to, for example, I don't stay longer in social medias at night. For example, I avoid it because the more I stay in Instagram, the more I get excited, and I it's something it's not good for me, because then I keep seeing subjects I don't want. I keep comparing lives I don't live, and it gets me too anxious. So I prefer to get rid of social media at night and read. So I get some time for reading at night. And this is it. Try it. Try to exchange some social media time for reading time. You may like it. You may find a whole new wonderful world there. Okay, guys, I think this is it. I'm very glad you watched it. I hope you learned a lot. Sorry for my mistakes, which I probably made, because English is my second language. So I've been studying English all my life long, but I'm pretty sure I still make mistakes. So I'm sorry. And I hope you had fun. And if you have any comments or ideas, please write to me, write to Tea Time. If you don't know, Tea Time is an English school. We are online, and we are only for 50 plus students all over the world. And it's wonderful to study English at any point in your life. So if you're 50 plus and you want to fulfill this dream, come to learn English with us. Okay? Thank you, people watching. Thank you. Thank you for all the support, everything. I hope you have a wonderful day. See ya. See you next time. Bye.